confirmation.
That's new, isn't it?
I don't know who got this one. Whoever Micah gave it to me a while ago, a little bit.
Mike Miles has been playing at a really high level for TCU since over the last several weeks, been really the whole season. What have you seen from him this year?
Yeah, he's certainly pushing the ball fast in transition and making plays. They're really getting the ball up and down the court. A lot more pace probably than they played with last year. He's leading that charge. He's really aggressive in the half court, attacking and pick and roll. He's living in the lane at the paint. And he's shooting the ball at a high clip. So he's putting together up to this point performance that would warrant being in contention for the player of the year in the league. That type of performance. So we're going to have great intent with him. We're going to have to get back in transition and make sure that we're not leaving guys on islands trying to guard them one-on-one, and we're trying to defend them with our team defense.
Why does it seem like teams are why is there so much equality, it seems, this year in the conference?
Everybody, with the COVID year, everybody's got older personnel. So there's so many older, more mature guys. I think when you have older players, those guys, they really understand how important everything is, and they set the tone for each of their teams. I think defensively, everybody in our league is really good. Certainly top to bottom, and the teams have done well in non-league play. So we know there's great coaches, great players, great programs in this league, and it's shown that there's been so much parity up to this point, and we'll see how it continues to unfold.
When you look back at video of Oklahoma, what were you most impressed with what your guys were able to do to come out with that rebound?
Yeah, it was come up with the 50-50 balls. Get loose balls, be the first team to the floor, get rebounds in traffic, block out taller guys and finish plays. So it was all those want-to plays, the balls that could go either way, the possessions that could go either way. We found a way to not only secure those plays, but also make the winning play in the end of it.
You talk a lot about defensive rebounding. How critical is it in this game?
Yeah, well, TCU is one of the top, offensive rebounding teams in the country. They've got multiple frontline players and bodies they can throw at you, and everybody's relentless on the glass. Certainly, Lampkin's one of the best offensive rebounders in America. And so you've got to do a great job of, it's kind of like the line of scrimmage. We've got to control that line of scrimmage. We call it a rebounding arc. When the shot goes up, we have to take up the space, make sure that we have a body on a body, and not let them get clean runs at the basket. And then we've all got to have a relentless pursuit to finish plays on the glass with two hands. And we know what a challenge it is, and committing to doing that over 40 minutes is going to be really important.
Doesn't seem like there's any breaks in this league. Do you have to stress that to your guys that, hey, Tuesday, Saturday, whatever, there's no breaks no matter who we play?
Yeah, we keep our focus on what's in front of us that day, and today is about having great practice today and getting ready for what's coming at us, tomorrow in Fort Worth, and then we'll get back to it again on Sunday. So we don't get too far out in front of ourselves. It's really just stay in that space, make today the best day we can. Let's get better. Let's keep improving. This is the time of the year where that's more important than anything, and then we'll just take it one day at a time.
TJ, how did Gabe, show kind of some of the versatility in his game this week? Obviously, scoring a lot over the weekend and then playing a major role in defending Sherfield on Wednesday.
Well, Gabe, certainly puts in the work. A guy that's, I've said, and I'll say again, like I've coached and been around some of the best ones to ever wear a cyclone uniform, and he's right up there at the top of the list in terms of work ethic and the time that he commits to it. And so he's playing with a great swagger and confidence right now. He's shown what he can do is, he can not only knock down shots, he can aggressively attack the basket, attack a closeout, which he's done a great job of. He can make plays for his teammates. At times we've used him to post smaller guards or, cut to the paint to score, and then he's done a good job at the foul line. So, really complete performances he's been putting together, and it's been huge for our team, a huge confidence boost for him, but also for us.
Seems like Oshun's activity level has been even higher these last couple of games. Probably played one of his best games the other night in Norman. What have you seen from him? Do you feel like it's just getting comfortable in the system, or what is that?
Well, certainly felt like in Norman, the multiple effort plays that he made stood out to me. I mean, that was as many as he made in a game, and from my vantage point, that makes it the best game that he's played when he's been here up to this point. So he's picking up some momentum in that category, understanding how active he has to be in our half-court defense, our ball screen coverage, and then still get back and make plays at the rim and finish rebounds, and then the same thing offensively. So he's really starting to hit that stride of what he needs to do to make our team successful. And he's a really gifted young man, and he's got a lot in front of him, so we hope he keeps climbing.
How big is that for your team when you know that you can throw him the ball even on a press break and he can go and knock down 2 free throws for you guys the game?
Yeah, it's really important. I mean, he's certainly an experienced guy who's won a lot of games. He's a winner, cares, and you know, he's got a lot of confidence, and we have a lot of confidence in him. So to be able to put him in that spot where you know that, you know, he can get a catch late in the game and go to the foul line and knock those down, and you have that out of your center position, that's pretty special. And so we have, you know, high expectations and hopes for Oshun when he came in here, and he's continuing to climb. And we're just excited to see where things go with him because we've got a lot of confidence in him.
With Gabe, when you identified him as a foundational piece to build from coming in, how much was, a existing relationship, you probably knew about the work ethic, and that showed that how much did his defense, wanted him to be kind of the standard bearer of that as you came in preaching that to make him so critical again for you, I guess.
Yeah, I think all of it matters. At the start, you start out evaluating guys. We wanted guys who had tremendous work ethic, who were going to play for a lot of pride for the Cyclone jersey, and who wanted to get in here and do the right things, and wanted an opportunity where they could step in and have do more than they did at the past place. And for Gabe, he came in here and immediately embraced that work capacity and did a great job every single day in the summer, which isn't easy, especially when you're going in your 4th, 5th years of college basketball, to come in and have a great summer, which he's done that. And then, as his confidence has continued to grow, I think, offensively and defensively in both sides. And he certainly established himself as, from my vantage point, the best defensive guard, best defensive player in the conference by what he shows me every day and what he's shown me game after game. I'll take Gabe from that standpoint up against anybody. And offensively, I really like where his head is right now. I mean, he's continuing to build onto his game and play with a lot of swagger. And just want him to have fun out there. I want him to have fun, enjoy the moment, be in the moment. When you work as hard as he does, you deserve to enjoy those moments. And I love seeing him out there enjoying it and getting lost in the game.
TJ, you guys have rocked back in, what would that be? 2 of the last 3 Big 12 regular season games. At Baylor, the last regular season game last year, and then whatever night that was at Oklahoma. Why? I mean, why do you think that is?
Why have you
come back? I mean, you were stuck 30-0 at Baylor.
Yeah, I think our guys. I shouldn't say think. I know our guys have a lot of togetherness and a lot of pride, and we're not going to play perfectly, certainly, but there's something with our group that they know what they do every day. They know how much they invest in each other. They know how much they care. They love our fan base. They love those that have come before them. And so for our guys, I think there's a pride point, that we get to a spot in the game. Like you said, we're down 9 at home to Baylor, or we're down, all of a sudden on the road, the game's kind of getting away from us at Oklahoma, and our guys are able to really reconnect. It's the togetherness, it's the unity, you got to like each other, you got to want to do it for one another at those points in the game, and I think that's going to be our message as we move forward. Is we got to be the most together team in this league, and that's something that we control. And if we do that, we're going to continue to have successes. Exactly how many, I don't know. The league's really good, but we're going to strive to be the most together team in the league, and I know doing that we'll put ourselves in a great position.
I mean, even last year at Baylor, I mean, I don't know how bad it was at the beginning. I can't remember, but I mean, I had one story written on it. It was beaten. But of the core 4 or 3 or whatever it is that are back, that are back, is there any one of those guys that kind of just takes things under control?
I'd say, with all of them, to your point, like whether it's Caleb, Rob, Gabe, or even Jazz when he's out
Jazz,
there.
yeah, core 4, yeah.
I mean, those guys know. I mean, they know the work they've done every day, and those are all older, experienced guys, and they appreciate this opportunity. I think the best way they show their gratitude is having that pride point. So certainly we don't want to get ourselves in some of these situations where we are down. We want to make sure that we're trying to play out from in front, or that we don't have that great of a deficit. But these guys really care. I mean, they do care. It's important. I mean, what we set out to do when they came here and as they move forward is to, to bring some respect to our program and to to develop the work habits, and those guys have done that. And fortunately, that's shown up for us in some of those moments of adversity.